Welcome back, college football fans! We are now already into week 6 of the season. In this video, I will present 2 picks that I like for this weekend. Teams are starting to separate themselves and we have enough evidence that we know who teams are by now. The books are too. Lines and totals are getting harder to beat and it becomes tougher to find the gems each week. That proved true last week as we missed both of the free picks. However, for those of you smart investors that signed up for the premium picks, you enjoyed a solid 6-0 record. Now is your chance to get on board and be a winner. Sign up for all of the premium college football picks at mjpicks.com. It is only $21 for a single sport during a full week of action. There's a link below in the description for you to join our group of savvy sports investors. My primary goal with these videos is to grow your bankroll. Another goal of mine is to help teach you to be a smarter better. I recently did a free webinar class on how to bet and beat the bookies in the NFL. Hopefully you watched that. I will do it again in the very near future. Follow this channel when the announcement is made. Today we'll do a brief lesson on college football, although this same theory can work in the NFL as well. Specifically, its advice on game totals. There are several key numbers for football games, or common totals on which games end. The most frequent numbers in college are 41, 45, 51, 52, 55, 58, and 59. So while doing analysis, I go through games that are right around these numbers to find an edge on overs or unders, thinking about how the games may turn out. 51-52 are my favorite ones to start with. Think of all the common scores that end on 51 or 52, 27-24, or 28-24, or 30-21, or 31-21, and so on. So I spend time looking for a game I think leans to the under, where the total is 52.5 or higher, and then games where I think it leans to the over and the total is 50.5 or lower. I found a few I like this week. The one that jumped at me first is USC at Minnesota. So let's look at the over 50.5 in Minneapolis, where the forecast is for the low 80s on Saturday and nice and sunny. Perfect conditions for the boys from California to go out and run their explosive offense. Last week they sputtered against lowly Wisconsin in the first half, one of the premium picks that we nailed. And then things began to click in the second half, where they outscored the Badgers 28-0. USC quarterback Miller Moss notched a 300-yard game and 3 TD passes. Most of the time he was hitting his favorite target, Jacoby Lane. The junior quarterback has really come into his own and has been impressive almost the entire year, except for the pick 6 against Michigan. His rebound last week showed the nation that this Trojan offense could be as good, if not better, than it was with Caleb Williams. Now that the Heisman Trophy winner is in the NFL, Moss has led his team to be more focused and more determined to let all of the stars shine. I expect USC to be able to score 30+ points again this week and continue their winning ways. I definitely have a lean on the -8.5 favoring USC. It's been bet down from -10.5, so we'll keep an eye on that. If it gets to -7, that's a trigger pull for sure. Minnesota, on the other hand, is coming off back-to-back losses. In those defeats, the Golden Gophers are averaging only 19 points a game. Star running back Darius Taylor has been ineffective in those games, collecting just 7 yards total. I think that will change this week. USC's rush defense is definitely a weak spot. They are allowing over 5 yards per rush attempt, making them 99th in the country. So let's take the full game over at 50.5 in the USC versus Minnesota matchup. That's my official pick right there. Okay, that was our 51 game. My next favorite key number is 41. I found a game that fits an under situation and a line above 41. We'll go out west to Seattle and the rematch of last year's national title game, where Michigan visits to take on Washington. This battle will get underway at 7:30 Eastern on Saturday. I'll be watching. Right out of the gate, this looks to be ugly versus ugly. Both of these teams have us scratching our heads for sure. While Michigan is 4-1, they really seem one-dimensional, especially when Alex Orji is at quarterback. He's only thrown for 133 yards all season and run for about the same. Michigan's running backs, Edwards and Mullings, account for nearly 54% of the team's total offense, and I think they will be the big factors here. I believe Michigan will put their heads down and attempt to push around the Washington defensive line with body blows. Then, when they have Washington staggering, they will hit their team leader in catches, tight end Colston Loveland, for some change of pace. Right now, the line sits at Washington minus 2.5, mostly because it's a huge home field advantage in Husky Stadium. It seems really odd that the team that is somehow ranked 10th in the nation in Michigan is the underdog to an unranked team. I think the Huskies are backed against the wall at 3-2 and fighting for their lives. They still have Illinois, Oregon, Indiana, and Ohio State on the schedule. They need to find a way to pull this one out to salvage their season. Washington coach Jed Fish will have his team ready to fight, and the loud noise of the home crowd will inspire them. Have the punters ready in this one. I see this one as low as 16-14. Therefore, I like the under 41.5 in Michigan, Washington. Subscribe to the best sports betting show on YouTube because my number one goal is to grow your bankroll. I also have plenty of NFL picks, NHL picks, baseball picks, and some occasional NBA betting tips for you. I'm Professor MJ. Thanks for watching, my friend, and don't hesitate to smash the subscribe button now.